Good afternoon and welcome to Chapman News. I'm Nico Schwegler.
And I'm Angela Hara. It's Election Day and the nation is watching what is happening here in California with Prop 50. This is now one of the state's most expensive elections.
Indeed, Angela. We have Prop 50 live team coverage on this Election Day with our reporters Nathaniel Rudolph and Ryan Kiser. Nathaniel will explain Prop 50's proposed redistricting, and Ryan will tell us about the possible impact on Orange County.
Yeah, we start with Nathaniel. Nathaniel, can people still vote on Prop 50?
Yes, people still can, Angie. However, today is the last day to vote on Prop 50. The state says already over 6 million votes have been cast, and voting centers will close at 8 o'clock p.m. So you can still drop off your ballot or cast your vote at your local voting center until then. You can use the link on your screen to find the closest ballot drop-off location or voting site near you. If you still haven't registered to vote, don't worry. You can still register in person at any voting center and cast your ballot on the same day. So what exactly is Prop 50? Prop 50 would change this current congressional map that was drawn in 2020 after the census, shifting to a new map, as we can see here, that would take place in 2026 and remain in place until 2030. The measure bypasses the California Citizens Redistricting Commission, which critics argue could reduce fair representation and increase partisan gerrymandering. The push began after Texas updated their map from this existing map here to this proposed map, and they were able to do this without a public vote. Since then, states including Utah, Missouri, Ohio, and North Carolina have all followed suit. If all these redistricting changes take effect after the midterms next year, it could result in approximately 189 Democratic seats and 210 Republican seats in the House, with 36 still being highly contested. Remember, you need at least 218 seats for a majority. Pollsters say Prop 50 is likely to pass, with an Emerson College poll saying 50% for and 37 against, and another poll saying 56 and 40. So according to the polls, it looks likely for the yes vote. And if it is approved here in California, many Republican districts could shift Democratic, especially in the northern parts of the state. For example, here in districts 1, 2, and 3, the new map incorporates areas that historically vote Democratic. District 2 now contains much of the area that voted 71% for Democratic presidential candidate Kamala Harris in 2024. The new District 1 also expands into areas from former Districts 2 and 4, both of which would lean Democratic. As we can see here, down in these blue areas, these coastal cities are part of this District 2, and that's what's turning this district blue. And also District 1 edging into here as well, and District 3 coming into Sacramento, another blue area. Here in Orange County, however, we can see our old map here of Orange County. The map also creates significant shifts. If we can shift over to our new map here, we can see, first of all, with District 47, currently represented by Democrat Dave Min, would no longer include GOP stronghold Huntington Beach, and would instead expand further into Tustin, Irvine, and Lake Forest. District 42, represented by Democrat Robert Garcia, which previously was over here, is now stretching in to Orange County along the coast, which would come into Huntington, Newport, and Costa Mesa. When simulating the 2024 presidential election using the Prop 50 map, we can see down here that the bias of these districts within OC is only shifting about negative 0.28 points, which means that each party, Democrat or Republican, is not gaining much advantage with this new map. To check whether your congressional representative would change under Prop 50, you can check out the link on your screen. Overall, Democrats hope to pick up approximately 5 seats, including in District 32, 48, 1, 3, and 41, which borders Orange County. Now the Chapman campus is part of District 40, which would also be slated for some changes under Prop 50. For that part of the story, let's check in with our reporter, Ryan Kiser, in the city of Orange.
Hi, hey Nathaniel, thanks. I'm here outside of El Modena Public Library here in the city of Orange. It's one of the voting centers where people are deciding on Proposition 50. Now, we've already talked about the number of different national implications this could have if it's proposed, or if it passes, excuse me. But there's also a number of local implications. Take a look at this map. This is Congressional District 40, and as you can see here, it encompasses most of eastern Orange and all of Villa Park. And then it extends into southern Orange County. If Proposition 50 passes, this is what the district could look look like. The boundaries would move further east and encompass more rural areas in Riverside County, like Murrieta, Temescal Valley, and Menifee. The new district would include areas that right now are a part of District 41, which is currently represented by Republican Ken Calvert. According to data included in the redistricting plan, if Prop 50 passes, District 40 would still likely be held by a Republican. Right now, Republican Congresswoman Young Kim represents the district, but it's unclear what the midterm election would look like for this district if Prop 50 is passed. I spoke with a current resident of District 40 and asked him how he feels about his district changing. Take a listen.
I support Proposition 50 to the fullest extent.
And are you aware that if it passes, your district could change?
I'm happy with that.
You're happy with your district changing?
Absolutely.
Now, there are also a number of people who are against Prop 50. For example, the California Republican Party states, quote, Californians created the gold standard for fair elections, independent, citizen-led redistricting that ensures voters pick their representatives, not the other way around. Prop 50 would tear that down, even temporarily, handing the power back to Sacramento politicians. That's not progress, that's going backwards, unquote. And I know Nathaniel's already told you, but it is worth mentioning that if you're still trying to get out and vote today, voting centers will be closing at 8 p.m. You can find your local Orange County voting center by visiting ocvote.gov. Reporting live from El Modena Public Library here in Orange, I'm Ryan Kiser.